So let's move on to lexical resource.
Yeah.
Vocabulary,
Yeah.
idioms.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem with idioms is you need to be absolutely certain of what they mean and the context in which it's appropriate to use them.
Okay.
So I sometimes say, unless you're 100% certain, don't use an idiom.
But Tony, that in the band descriptors,
Yeah.
it says here that, for example, band 7,
Yeah.
that they should be able to show a variety of idioms and collocations as well.
If they're certain of them, but what I've found with some students is that they're not certain of what the actual idiom means. They know it's an idiom, but they're not certain of what it means and what context in which to use it. So that's the only caution I'm sort of.
Yeah, that's the problem of idioms, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because no matter how many idioms you know, if it's not relevant to the topic you're talking
Yes,
about, then how can you use it?
And it really sounds odd if you use one incorrectly.
Exactly. So how can the examinee show a variety of vocabulary in the lexical resource criteria?
Okay, one of the things that I often say to students is English is such a rich language that for every word you can always find three other words, three other synonyms or things that are so close it doesn't make any difference. And it's really just the practice of thinking, well, what other word could I use? Not actually thinking it when you're doing the exam, but before the exam. When you look at something or when you write something, is there another word I could use there?
Well, of course there is, but the problem is that people always tend to avoid using other words and use the ones they are very confident of, or even the ones that are, they have been using for a very long time and it's come out of habit. Like, for example, the adjective good.
Yeah.
Every time they speak about part 2 and they talk about describing a gift or something like that, or describing a memorable experience, well, it was good.
Yeah.
What other adjectives can we use for good instead?
Well, we could use nice, we could use great, that's quite informal. You could use the word pleasing, pleasant.
Okay.
But those are the kind of words that I would try and have up my sleeve, that's an idiom, to use if I was feeling that I was repeating myself.
And do you think maybe they should try to write this down during the 1-minute preparation stage?
I would. If you're making bullet points and you've used a word, then think, well, what else can I use?
Okay. Well, it's very simple, guys. You just have to note down some words while planning, and hopefully try to use them as you're speaking.